welcome back to this season's Red Devil Roundup. Of course, we're in the fall sports season here at Owensboro High School. I think you might know what we'll be talking about today. Red Devil football, it's just around the corner. I'll go ahead and let my first player introduce himself.
My name is Keyshawn Walker.
Keyshawn, what grade are you in?
Junior.
Keyshawn, just kind of talk about what you guys have been working on, because you've really started this way back in the beginning of summer.
We've really been working on how to finish games. Like last year, we had jumped on a lot of teams, but we didn't know how to finish. We was young. We didn't have a lot of experience and leaders. That's what we've been working on.
Expectations for this season. I mean, this is a big one. A lot of guys have been playing together for a while. You've actually got some experience this year. What are the expectations?
Well, of course, we expect to win City County again, but we got to semi-state last year. We hope to get there again and at least go to state and win.
Sure. Keyshawn, what position do you play?
I play receiver and corner. Receiver
and corner. And what is, I guess, your role on the team as far as being out there on the field?
I guess I'm a leader. I don't really talk. I just lead by example.
Sure. Absolutely. And obviously you have to have some guys that are very vocal and some that, like you said, just lead by doing. How excited are you guys to get this game and get this season started?
Very excited. We're tired of hitting each other. We're ready to hit somebody else.
Is there anything that you'd want to tell people at home? Obviously, Red Devil football is a big spectator sport. You obviously have a new student section this year, which I'm sure you guys are pretty excited. What would you want to tell people at home?
Come out and support us. We're really looking forward to the season this year. We look to go far. Just come support us.
All right, well, there you have it. Coming up right after the break, we'll hear from another Red Devil football player. And welcome back to Red Devil Roundup, where we are previewing the football team. The season is just around the corner. I'll go ahead and let my next player introduce himself.
TJ James.
TJ, what position do you play for the Red Devils?
I play safety, strong safety, and fullback.
This season, a lot of people are excited about. Why do you think that is?
I think people are suspecting us to go far.
Well, what's far? I mean, for some people, far would be make the playoffs. Have a 500. What is that for Red? We have different expectations.
All the way, win state, win it for the city. I think people have been thinking about. We have a lot of talent, and I think talents. If it works hard, I think we can go far with it. So
sure. This season, it seems like we have a little bit more experience than we've, been accustomed to in the past. If you can just kind of talk to me a little bit about that.
That's true. Most of the players we've been playing with, it's right behind us. We've been playing with ever since middle school seasons.
Sure. Well, obviously, yeah, playing with your teammates, you've got good chemistry. Talk a little bit about, what it was like to go so far last season.
It was a great feeling. If we can get back that far and even go further, it would be greater. Winning City County.
What's it going to take to reach those goals? Because, this isn't going to be easy. Of course, you're still in 4A. You've got Martha Collins that's, sitting on the other side of that bracket. What is it going to take to reach that again?
Hard work. That's it. Hard work. Finish games. You can't let up. Hard works beat talents. When talent don't work hard, that's it.
Sure. What do you see us doing this year? Are we going to be running the ball? Are we going to be passing the ball? What kind of defense are we playing?
Owensboro, they really don't much change. We're going to be running ball, and, we probably add a little bit passes more, but, Owensboro's tradition, and we're going to be running ball more.
What would you want to tell people at home?
Come support us.
Coming up right after the break, we'll hear from another player here on the football team. And we're back here on Red Devil Roundup looking at the football team here at Owensboro High School. I've got another player up. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Ryan Clancy.
Ryan, what age are you?
I am 16 years old.
16, so sophomore, junior?
Junior.
Junior. This season could be really special. Why is that?
Well, we went to semi-state last year, and a lot of people think we have another chance of going back there. So.
Why is it important to get back? What is Red Devil football, Red Devil tradition all about?
Well, we don't lose that much, so sure. we try to win as many games as we can.
Obviously, the first step, City County. What are you guys hearing about the other teams in this city?
I think they're going to be pretty tough this year, but we're working hard to win back City or keep City.
Sure. Obviously the Red Devils have a tradition of keeping that city championship here at Owensboro High School. What is a practice like? It seems like, like today you'll have practice, but you're actually weightlifting before practice. Kind of talk about that extra work you guys are putting in.
Well, we do a lot of work in the weight room to get stronger, and we also practice pretty long after school.
Talk about why are there tires on the field? What's that all about?
That's part of our summer training. We try to flip them as many times as we can to build muscle.
Sure. Talk about this season. What kind of offense, what kind of defense are we going to see out here?
Some pretty fast-paced offense, and defense is looking pretty good.
What do you mean pretty good? I mean, are we fast on defense?
Yeah, we're fast. We have size this year.
Well, there you have it. Coming up right after the break, we will talk to the head coach of the football team, Coach Joe Prince. And we're back here on Red Devil Roundup. I think this man sitting next to me, you might have an idea of who he is, but I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself anyway.
Joe Prince, head football coach of the Owensboro Red Devils. And notice I said the Owensboro Red Devils.
That's right, the Owensboro Red Devils. Coach Prince, the kids are excited, but I know the coaches are just as excited at this point. I mean, we're, I guess a week away, a little over a week from our first real game. Of course, we got a scrimmage this Friday. Kind of talk about the preparation that's gone into, this moment leading up to, the first game.
Well, we've worked out all winter, had a good workout winter, and we're, gotten stronger. And then in the summer, we had a great spring. We do spring ball late. And we felt excited then, and then summer came around, and we had a really good 2.5 weeks, and then I give the kids a month off. And
yeah, why do you do that? Because not a lot of coaches do, but I know that's something that you really believe in.
Well, there's about 4 or 5 of us in the state that are all real good friends, and we sit around and talk about a lot of things, and we all agree on one thing: kids have to be kids sometimes, and coaches have to recharge themselves. The 2-week dead period's a great rule, I think. Some people hate it. But we add another 2 weeks on that because it gives us time to spend time with our family. Like I took a couple of vacations and went to Washington, D.C., and we did some things, went to Virginia, and the kids get to go do their vacation and go swim and stay out late if that's what they want to do and all that kind of stuff. But it gets them away from us a little bit. And so when they come in, they're ready for football. And we're at a stage now, we've started and done our football preseason training and everything, and without helmets and that kind of stuff. And we're just now getting the hit. And that's the only negative about some of the things that we're doing is we really haven't had a lot of hitting, and it's just way quirk of the schedule. Things get a little hairy the first week or two of school, sure. and right now it's a little hairy, and we'll find out more when we scrimmage. But I believe by doing all that, at the end of the year you get better, and so you're not wore out with football. It's not so repetitive that you get burnout, right. And that's the reason why we try to give them that month off. And right now, I feel like we're doing good. We had some kids move in, transferred from other states, and we're hoping they can help us. And they just got ruled eligible. They're getting acclimated to the climate. That's something that I'm worried about this year is the climate. This year, we've had the coolest summer I can ever remember. And probably the first game or two, it's going to be about 100 on the field. We were talking earlier. Predicted to be 94 the first game, and I don't know if anybody's ready for that kind of heat. We haven't had to play in that kind of heat, so I'm worried about that. But other than that, I've been real pleased with the season. The progression of our first quarter of the season is what we call it, and we're all excited around here because we think we have some talent.
One question I think we need to answer real quick, as far as the class system, we're still in 4A, right? The move to 5A is the next season. If you can kind of talk about that, I think some people, have been a little confused when that was going to take place.
Well, that does start in 2015. We already have our schedule and know who our district's going to be and when we're playing and that kind of stuff. But that's a 2015, and it's a good sign we're moving up, because that means that our enrollment's going up, and our enrollment is booming, and for a good reason. We have a great school, and We have a lot of fine programs here, and people are, doing a great job. And I have to give a lot of that credit to our central office, Dr. Brake, and the board. But Mrs. Burnett has such a tremendous impact on our school, and she's done a fantastic job here to make it a safe and a learning environment, and it's also a nurturing environment. OHS is real special how everybody gets along, and she's nurtured that, and so our enrollment's booming, and it's booming in our middle schools and our 5-6 center and our elementary. So we're going to be moving up, and that's fine with me. That means we get back into some more traditional people that we play, like Christian County, Bowling Green, and those kind of things. So we're excited about that move.
Well, I guess another big question to answer this year is how we're going to be. What do you see thus far that's kind of been an indication of what this team's going to be like?
Well, first of all, when you look at a team, everybody always wants to know, is your quarterback coming back? And that can be good and bad. In our case, we feel like it's a great thing to have. Nick's going to be a 3-year starter. He's a very smart young man, works out really hard, does a great job, knows our offense in and out. Our leading rusher, TJ James, is back. We have Arius Phillips coming back. We've moved Jaleel Barrett to a running back. And then our backups, most of them are back. You can see Ramin Lindsay back there this year. Michael Johnson was going to be one of our returning backs, but he's going to have a little surgery and have to sit out probably for most of the season. But we feel like we have speed. We've added some people. Rodney Collier is a new kid, and he's playing wide receiver, and he can flat burn and good target to throw to. Jacoby Gardner, Keyshawn Walker. We have a lot of skill, and we usually have skilled players. But the thing that's exciting about us this year is we have some returning starters in Quavon Tinsley, and we also have Noah Jones coming back. But Lucas Williams has stepped up big, and he's about 6'4", pushing 300, and he does a great job run blocking. Quavon's been a solid blocker for us, and so is Noah. And then we've added a couple other guys.
I was going to say, we've got a couple guys that have moved in that seem pretty big as well.
Yeah, Vasad Greer is a 300-plus and has great feet. And then we have Tyler Howard at 6'6", 310, 315, and it's almost like Monsters, Inc. on our offensive line.
I was going to say, because you've joked before that, your backs, you're surrounded, by people from The Wizard of Oz. I think you've called it before. So that's got to be exciting to have some guys to block for those.
Oh, it is. And, and we got a couple other guys that aren't that big, but Jacob Gray's done a great job for us in fighting for a guard position, and so has Courtney Wright. So we have a little depth there, and that's a nice thing. At tight end, we got Gabe Philman, who's about 6'3", almost 6'4", 220, and Ronnie Wisen moved in from Michigan, and Ronnie's about 6'2", 220. So we have some size, some people playing. We've been able to two-platoon. That's helped us get more reps. Guys not having to go both ways. Defensively, we've had to replace some of our linebackers, but I feel like our core as a whole is better, and we have more depth there. Up front, we're going to be a little smaller, but a lot quicker. And we usually have quick guys there, and I think we're going to be a little quicker there. So we're really excited. We were worried about our kicking game. Damon Taylor is kicking for us. We're sharing him, or soccer sharing him, however you want to say it, with soccer, and he's proven that so far that he can flat boom the ball. So we feel like all our areas are covered, and Nick punts for us, that if we don't go through an injury bug and we don't have some bad breaks, that we could have a great year.
Well, I guess you've got Davis County up first. You kind of play the district games first, I guess. That's still the case, or not the district, rather, the city games first.
Yeah, we have all 3 city games right off the get-go. Davis County, Apollo, and Catholic. We'd like to come out with a win. Our first win will be our 700th in school history, and that'll be a special night for us. And the second game, we're honoring Coach Gerald Pointer and renaming the field house after him. And then, of course, we got the Catholic game, the third game. And then the fourth game, we got Bowling Green at home, and that'll be our school's 1100th game. That's amazing that the school has been involved with 1100 games that we know of. There may be one or two that we don't know about in 1800s. But anyway, you know, it's going to be a great time. The first 5 ball games, we have 4 home games. So we won't be traveling until the second part of the season, and we only really have one long trip. Well, you can say 2. We play Warren Central away. We play Callaway during the fall break away. Our other away games are Catholic, which is in town, Madisonville, which is an hour away, and Henderson, which is 30 minutes away. So we don't have to do a lot of traveling like we have in the past.
Well, Coach Prince, is there anything else you'd want to let people know at home? Obviously, like I said, the season is just around the corner.
I'd like to tell people, come get your tickets. We've got more tickets, season tickets to sell, because we moved our students to the end zone with our new bleachers that we put up. And we're going to put our band and student section in the end zone so that we can have more season tickets and people can kind of spread out and get a better view of the field. So we invite you to do that. You can come by and see Mr. Gaddis, Chris Gaddis, and that number is 686-1084. If you need to give him a call and get your season tickets now. And the good thing about our schedule this year, it should be all the home games should be very good weather games. And so you want to come out early and see us. And we got a bunch of big games. They're all city games, and then Bowling Green, and then Ohio County. You know, our first 5 are all right here in the city. So we want you to come out and support us, and I think you're going to really enjoy this year's team.
All right, well, that'll do it for us on this week's edition of Red Devil Roundup, where we are previewing the football team. Join us again soon for another fall sport. For OPS, I'm Dave Kirk. Thanks for watching.